Admiral Zektar of the Hegemony Fleet watched the sensor displays with growing unease. The readings made no sense. The vessel approaching Kepler Station defied every principle of galactic naval architecture that had been established over 3 millennia of spacefaring civilization. "Confirm those readings," he ordered his sensor operator, a nervous Velti whose scales had shifted to an alarmed purple hue. "Confirmed, Admiral. The human vessel, it's unlike anything in our databases. Hull composition appears to be some form of composite armor we don't recognize. Energy signatures are chaotic. Multiple weapon systems of unknown configuration." Zektar's 4 eyes narrowed as he studied the tactical display. When the humans had first emerged from their little blue world 15 cycles ago, the Galactic Council had welcomed them with the usual mixture of condescension and curiosity reserved for primitive species. Their technology was crude, their ships laughably inefficient, and their understanding of galactic politics non-existent. The Council had made the standard offer: protection under the Hegemony's wing in exchange for resources and compliance with galactic law. Most species eagerly accepted. The humans had politely declined. Then came the raids. Pirates from the outer spiral had targeted human colonies, expecting easy prey. 3 entire pirate fleets had simply vanished. No distress. Signals, no debris fields, nothing. The 4th Fleet had returned with tales of impossible human ships that struck from impossible angles with weapons that shouldn't exist. The Council had dismissed these reports as the ravings of defeated criminals. Until now. "Admiral," the communications officer announced, "the human vessel is hailing us." On screen. The face that appeared was unremarkable by human standards. Middle-aged, weathered, with the pale complexion common to their species. But the eyes held something that made Zektar's primary heart skip a beat. They were the eyes of a predator that had never known the concept of prey. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Vindication," the human said with casual authority. "We're here for the pirates you're harboring in Dock 7. Zektar felt his ceremonial crest flatten against his skull. "I am Admiral Zektar of the Hegemony 3rd Fleet. You will identify yourself properly and state your business in Council space, human." Captain Chen's expression didn't change. "I just did. The Crimson Talon Syndicate has been raiding our colonies. We tracked them here. We want them. The Crimson Talon operates under Council Charter. They are under our protection. Not anymore." The transmission ended. Zektar stared at the blank screen for a moment before turning to his weapons officer. "Target their engines. Minimum force. These primitives need to learn their place." "Admiral," the tactical officer interrupted, "I'm reading massive energy buildups from the human ship. They're targeting our entire formation." "Impossible. They're 1 ship against 16. The first shot came without warning. Not a beam or projectile, but something that tore through space itself, striking the heavy cruiser Sovereign's Dawn. The ship's shields, rated to withstand planet-killing bombardments, collapsed instantly. The hull beneath, advanced composite armor that had protected Hegemony ships for centuries, simply ceased to exist in a perfect sphere around the impact point. "Evasive maneuvers!" Zektar shouted, but the human ship was already moving. It didn't turn or bank like a civilized vessel. It simply changed direction as if momentum were merely a suggestion, appearing behind the destroyer knight's edge and reducing it to scrap with a weapon that seemed to fire concentrated gravity. The Hegemony. Formation scattered, each ship desperately trying to bring weapons to bear on an enemy that refused to follow the basic laws of physics. Plasma cannons that could glass continents missed their target by impossible margins as the human ship danced between shots like a creature born in the void. "How are they doing this?" Zektar demanded. His science officer, a usually calm Etherian, was frantically working his console. "Admiral, their ship. It's not just using our physics. They're using physics we don't understand. Multiple contradictory systems working in harmony. It should be impossible." 3 more ships died in as many minutes. The humans weren't just winning. They were demonstrating the kind of technological superiority that the Council reserved for itself when dealing with primitive worlds. "Sir," the communications officer called out, "Captain Chen is hailing us again." On screen. The human captain appeared again, her expression unchanged despite having just dismantled a significant portion of the hegemony's 3rd Fleet. "Admiral, Zektar, I'm going to dock with the station now. You can either recall your remaining ships and let me conduct my business, or I can finish what you started. Your choice." Zektar looked at his tactical display. 8 ships remaining from 16. An entire heavy cruiser simply gone. The human vessel showed no signs of damage. "Stand down," he ordered quietly. "All ships, stand down." "Wise choice," Captain Chen said. "Oh, and Admiral, the next time the Council decides to play protection racket with pirates who target human civilians, remember this moment. We asked nicely once. We won't ask twice." The transmission ended again. Zektar watched helplessly as the human ship approached. Kepler Station with casual authority. Within an hour, the Crimson Talon Syndicate had been eliminated. Not captured, eliminated. Their ships were destroyed, their crews dead, their bases throughout the sector marked for destruction. When the UES Vindication departed, it left behind a message broadcast on all frequencies throughout Council space. Humanity protects what is ours. We do not seek conflict, but we will not tolerate aggression. The galaxy is vast enough for all of us, if you remember your place in it. As Admiral Zektar filed his report, he realized that the balance of power in the galaxy had just shifted. The humans hadn't just built a warship, they had built something that made every other vessel in space obsolete. The age of human dominance hadn't begun with conquest or politics. It had begun with a single ship and a simple message. "We are not your prey."